all right. So sorry for the delay, everyone. We are a little bit behind schedule today, but regardless, we now have our matchup between us. There are so many matches today, but this is the continuation of the upper bracket in the Nostalgia Cup 5. And with me today is the fan favorite, Stu. Stu, can you say hi to the chat?
Good day, everyone. As usual, we are back with another banging matchup. Right now, we're seeing Shinigami facing off against Izanami no Kami, or is this in Izanami no Koto? Please correct me, Davis.
It's, it's coming. It's a nominal coming. Yeah, correct.
Okay, so these are two brother squads that are facing off here, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at this lineup of ink, and I do not recognize a single person here. Am I the only one that has been not tapped into the lineup changes, or is everyone just making use of that free name change card that they got recently?
I can neither deny nor confirm those claims because me myself, I'm also out of the loop with the current roster from INK and even from Shinigami. There are also some new players that are there that I don't even recognize. So we'll have to make do with what we know and what we see. But looking at the first phase of the lobby bans right now, we have INK opting to ban CC, Shinigami Sicilian, INK going for Badang, and the last ban from Shinigami being Yuzhong. So far, it looks almost similar to most of the bans that we've been seeing, but I'm a bit surprised by this Badang pick by INK Stu.
Um, a Badang ban going directly in the lobby ban. Sorry, in the lobby ban phase has to be a respect ban. They're probably just playing towards the strengths of the players that they are facing here. And sometimes when you do know that a player is good at certain heroes and weaker in others, um, you just wanna kind of snuff out that player and have the rest play to their strengths, but you know that they have that weak link and you can just target that specific player. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's what's going to be going on right now, but definitely that is a targeted ban because the Badang pick, not to mention the Badang ban, is not a usual play style. But yeah, we're going straight into the draft now, and we're seeing a Hayabusa ban, which is more of our flavor. But yeah, just to speak in on that Sicilian ban, like I said, we're neck in to this Nigerian meta again. Like we should just have your Yu Jong pick
Yeah.
up ban your Sicilian, and then you do fine.
Even when all
Yeah,
is
yeah,
forlorn.
fair enough. Fair enough. Um, so many unorthodox ban right now. I'm guessing they are banning this Vexana because
Thorns
they are
remain
hoping to pick up
should
that
petals
blue.
fall.
I think that is the only reason, the only viable reason why anyone would choose to ban Vexana in this current meta. Or I don't know if there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's something that Shinigami
Um,
knows that we don't know.
I would say that the Vexana ban is also valid when you're planning to play a dive assassin. And it's
Okay.
just like a lot of mages can navigate around assassins, but not a lot of mages can directly cause the harm to the assassin. And Vexana is just one of those mages that can respond very quickly and just turn those dives into, you're diving straight into your grave instead of diving on the backline hero. So
Yeah.
yeah, I could see why a team like Shinigami would be banning out Vexana, considering that Nefli right here does play a lot of those backline diving
Where
assassins.
there is
But
light,
Yeah.
there
yeah,
are
right
also
now looks
shadows.
like we're seeing an Ellie Loi pick, which is surprising,
Come and
and
join
going
me in my
coming
dream
into
world.
that Alice pick here. I guess this is the second time we're seeing a Louis versus Alice. The first time being Fluffy versus Xenagog. And
Xenagog, yeah.
is this an unknown counter that we
Pain
don't know
is
about?
the
Like
proof that
are
I'm
we
still
sidelined with
alive.
a counter here?
Yeah, I mean, it could be, it could very well be, given with the Yin Yang combo, given how much lockdown potential she has, then coupled with this Gatot Kacha pick from that Steel Bones. that's definitely going to be a lot of crowd control if they can get to focus all that on her. But the Brody and the Lunox pick is interesting. Mr. Chef on that Lunox, so he's definitely going to be cooking some
Pots
things for
loaded
us right
and
here.
ready to
So I'm
boom.
really, really up for it. I was actually thinking it's going to be a Lunox Gold, but I guess the Lunox mid lane is making the way back into the Nigerian meta right now. But the Shinigami answer with the very last ban, sorry, the very last pick rather, being Clint. And I'm actually just noticing now that they
True
didn't
love.
even get their
It's like
second
your
ban
team is
in.
banning.
Maybe they are giving INK some free, what will I call this? Is it Christmas coming early? Are they handicapping themselves intentionally to possibly give them a better chance of winning, or do they just
See
think that
value in
they
me?
are that
Your
good,
team is
they are
You
that
banning.
should.
superior that they don't even need that extra ban slot? But they actually opt for the Camilla as their second ban and INK banning out that Fredrin stew.
I don't know if Joy was banned in the lobby, but if she wasn't, I would see no reason why they shouldn't pick up this Joy. Simply because, like you already see, they eradicated the Vexana pick.
Your team
Yeah,
Oh,
is
but looks like it's actually
burned.
going to be an Xbox pick here. They eradicated the Vexana pick just so that that Joy has a lot of that mobility to go in and out as she pleases. But yeah, I'm a fan of the Lunox pick because there's so much damage that she can do, and she shreds a lot of these tanky frontliners that we do have frequent in the picks these days. So right now there's a lot of magic damage coming in from the side of Izanami no Kami. They've balanced it out with the Brody as well as the Lapu Lapu. They have a solid frontline in the form of Grok. They also have Alice that's just a pain to deal with, and the side of the side of Shinigami are actually going to need some form of DPS
yeah,
to deal with that Alice. They do have Clint as well as Xborg, but I would argue that that is not
What
enough.
time is
That is
it?
not sufficient
It's
damage.
audit
And
yeah,
yeah,
time!
if they can all compound on that Alice as a team, yeah, they will have enough damage coming in from the Joy, the Xbox, the Clint, even the Loi. But
yeah,
you just need all of them, but because
yeah.
once one of them is gone, it's like you have damage. It's just not enough. So yeah, right now the draft, I would actually give it to Izanami no Kami, simply
Okay.
because of that Alice pick and how much of a terrifying presence she is in these games. But yeah, what are your thoughts? We're gonna go with the usual caster cost and like cost one team um, for the
uh,
first total fight.
Okay, for the first total fight, from what I am seeing currently, I think I'll actually favor Shinigami. Um, Especially with Levi being on his signature joy pick, the only other team who has ever managed to subdue him and actually disgrace him on this pick has been Xenagogue, and well, they are not facing Xenagogue today. So I guess we'll have to see what Izanami Ukami can actually do against this pick. But early game, I
Welcome
think
to
they have
Mobile
the better
Legends!
oppressive draft, and I would actually favor
5
them for the
seconds till the
total.
enemy reaches the
But the game is
battlefield.
on now.
Smash them!
Our speculations have ended, and now we
All
have to watch
troops
the
deployed!
execution. So let's see how it goes. Um, all both teams, what's going on? Is something where is where was this guy going? The exception, I think he still
Who?
thinks that the exception was going up gold lane for some reason. So I don't know. Probably he got the lanes mixed up and was escorting UG for a bit right there. But that's the delayed rotation right
Looks
now.
like
Yeah.
he's the second room. He's the second room. That's what happened. Mhm.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Fair enough.
but right now, yeah, we can see this Lapu Lapu versus the Xborg, and
Yeah.
I frequent the. Oof, well, looks like there might be an engage. Mr. Chef actually coming here to give some support to the exception, and that is the
Is
Fiagra
that a
armor
first blood?
actually burnt here.
Oh,
No, that is
that was
not the first
close.
blood because the exception decided to accept himself from that fight and did not contribute. So yeah, don't know what's going on there. But ooh, the yin yang
That's what
combo
I'm talking
always
about,
hitting
man.
very heavy in the
Yeah,
early game. Uh, ooh, the exception might actually be going on to Boye here. It looks like it's Boye that will get that XP crab. Okay. But over on the top lane, we do see Nerf Levi might be trying to start something. Let's steal the script from Dr. Pepper.
yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Always
he does
been.
goes in with a bit of joy. He's dancing in, but he's not. Oh, he does survive that. And it is Dr. Pepper that falls. The flicker coming in from UG, but that would not be in time. But
Ay, ay, ay,
Apex
ay, ay, ay.
getting hit. He does flicker by himself, but no, he is the one to fall to UG. Kessie trying his best, but he does get hit by that stun. And it would be a 1-for-2 trade in the favor of Shinigami.
Yeah, just a little bit of mistakes from INK right there that cost them so much at the start of this game. But we actually see Levi going in again with those electrifying beats, and the last insanity committed all onto the exception right there. And we actually see the light ult by Mr. Chef, but it's just not enough. And we actually Croc coming back in, but that's a very big AOG that catches two, but it is all for nothing. The blood ult also committed right there, and Nef Levi falls. That was a bit of an overextension. Shinigami pushing the advantage a bit more than they can handle, and INK doing quite well to punish them. That was actually, if they had just focused on that turtle, I think they would have gotten that easily and then just retreat. They didn't have to go in for this extra fight, the scuffles that they actually engaged in, and it's looking like it's going to cost them still. So I think they need to be a bit more careful if they really want to see this game all the way through.
Yeah, right now I can see that the exception isn't really performing the best, but he does get that kill onto Boye because Boye decided to overextend. But yeah, I was about to say that the exception was sitting at level 4, with
Yeah.
Boye sitting at level 6, but with getting those waves as well as the XP crab and denying Boye that farm, he has closed the gap. But yeah, in you can see you can see Levi actually just performing really well without Joy, dealing so much amount of damage and using the CC immune to secure the Taurus as well. But oh, looks like there is gonna be a fight over here in the mid lane. But he uses the
Oh,
wild
nice
charge and
beats.
then he knocks up Levi, and that is gonna be a death.
Oh
Ooh, but the
my.
flicker coming in from the exception. The AOG trying
Oh
to save,
my.
but no, it's a double kill for Dr. Pepper. Kessie would not be able to defend this, and actually he does catch Mr. Chef off guard, and it's gonna
Oh,
be, ooh,
outplayed
Mr. Chef using
actually.
that line out to outplay Kessie and survive while still claiming the kill. Right now we can see Levi trying his best, but he will not be able to secure this total. He
Oh,
does use the beats of joy, the electrifying beats, to escape this. The last Izanami coming from Boye will land onto no one, but Ul was better fire from the exception, and that would be the fight snuffing now. But Kessie does not land that taunt onto UG, while
yeah,
Apex
that
actually is taking down that tower in the top lane.
definitely. Shinigami are still not out of this fight quite yet, but INK are actually doing a very good job at making them move according to their own tempo. They are controlling this game so well right now as it stands. That was actually a very beautiful bait from I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I can barely even see it. But we'll just call him Time. Yeah, I think Time. They are all. Wait, Stew? Are you guys related to INK? Because I'm seeing a lot of food ingredients right here.
We may not be related, but that is a kill onto the exception in the bottom lane. Levi coming in there to claim that kill. But yeah, right now I can see that the side of Izanami no Kami actually that engage on the mid lane onto Amelia, and Kessie will not be able to escape with the AOG. wow, this is why this Grok of a hero just does so much, because not only does he block your escape path, he also
Yeah.
engages right after. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, are we running away? Are we surviving? Are we being engaged on? Like, what are we doing here? But it looks like they might be collapsing onto Apex here. The Blood Oath actually not being committed here. He does flicker, but he
He
will
didn't
not
need
be
it.
able to survive that. Amelia made a big mistake. Ooh, but looks like
Bro.
he did burn his flicker as well. Yuji and Amelia burning that flicker, and the yin
Oh.
yang effect going on to Yuji, but he will still survive this. Can Levi popping the electrifying beats. The taunts going on to, I have no idea how
Hey,
to
yo.
pronounce that name. Those fonts are way
Time.
too weird.
Just call him
But the
time.
one player fighter coming on to Kessie here in the background. He does try to stay alive with the steel balls, but he will be
Oh.
falling there. And Apex actually not getting that kill onto the exception. Wow, Izanami no Kami secure this turtle.
Blue team has slain the turtle.
Yeah, that was um I have no words, man. There were so many wasted resources right there, but I think generally INK still got out with the advantage in there. But we see that missed tectonic charge.
Ooh,
But Levi survives. Oh, it does, never mind. He initially survived, but I guess that lethal ignition passive got to him before he could vamp off the minions right there. And Yuji, with time, actually trying to make a move into this bot lane first tier turret, but in the mid lane we actually see a
Red
very
team's
good
turret
engage,
has
by the
been
exception
destroyed.
not quite committing the bravest fighter, but Dr. Chef, or Mr. Chef rather, actually falls. But Amelia definitely not having a good game as it stands right now, given how much focus that INK are putting on, will I say him or her now? You're not sure, but that big blood oath actually
Red
committed at the
team's
back
turret
line and
has been
catches
slain.
two. Apex tries to use that grenade bombardment to get out of the way, but it's
Been
just not
destroyed.
enough. And we see Casey going out initially with the avatar of the Guardian, but comes back in with the steel bones trying to secure something for Shinigami, but he ends up falling. Nevi came in with the bits of joy, the electrifying bits, but he just used that as an
Blue
escape
team's turtle
medium.
has been
Boye going in
slain.
with the last insanity to the back lines and getting that immortality, doing his best to escape, but I don't think he's going to make it out still.
uh, don't say never, because Mr. Chef actually having to burn that light out, as well as that immortality still being up. But it does have a chance if the last insanity comes off cooldown here. So much damage. And it looks like Boye, the last insanity does come off cooldown. He will be getting that kill onto Timekeeper, but the Dark Arts will activate, and Mr. Chef will secure that kill onto him. The Blood Orb being activated, it lands onto two, with Apex
Oh,
as well as Kessie being cut off, but Apex actually flickering and
Blue
surviving
team
that.
turret has been destroyed.
But Levi actually so low here, using the electrifying beats to escape. The exception not letting go. Yeah, but looks like he might get caught here. He is recalling, but no, it looks like they have no interest on actually going for Levi. Yeah, but right now we're in a matchup where every time we try to drop a comment on what we have just seen, we are being shown
yeah,
something else. These are the
something
type of
else,
games
man.
that we like. Back to back action, like non-stop violence, and this is what we're here for. But yeah, right now the
Has
tussle
been
is up, and
slain.
as we were just speaking, Levi landed another kill, but the AOG actually getting cancelled out here by that
Twice.
Grok. Oh, but the AOG does land in the backline onto Mr. Chef. He does get the tauntaun and using the steel balls to secure that kill. Yuji will secure that kill onto him. The last insanity goes up, but that would not be enough damage to take out Timekeeper. But in the backline, Dr. Pepper there.
Has been destroyed.
Oh, but look at that damage coming in from Apex. He is not a tank killer, but he is definitely dealing a lot of damage to Dr. Pepper there. Oh, but the electrifying beats will activate, and Dr. Pepper will have to get out of there with the blood orb. And this looks like it might be a lot in the favor of Shinigami. They have two down, but they will be respawning soon. And with the ultimate of Loi, they can just get there in a flash. But looks like they would not be committing that right now. they would actually be
Ye-
walking to the bay, walking to the Lord pits. But Timekeeper trying his best here to find the wild charge. Oh, but the AOG
Oh,
going into the background, and it's actually Boye to secure that Lord. Dr. Pepper will be shot down by the damage of Apex. Yuji flickering out of there in the backline. The wall better find a face against Tree. But he will flicker out and not be able to survive. And that's a double kill for Boye. And that will be a Lord for SGM as well as a shutdown onto Dr. Pepper.
yeah, that was actually very well executed by Shinigami right there. Was a bit scrappy, but luckily they ended up getting that Lord. Was it quite a good contention by INK to see if they could actually get something out of it, but it was just a bit unfortunate that it didn't pay off. But we see Levi just being an absolute menace right now, taunting them, just having a good time in front of their faces because of that. Just look at that lead, that EXP lead, that gold lead. We can't do anything to that joy right now. Levi having the time of his life up there, actually distracting me as well. Why Shinigami actually pushing down the bot lane. We see all four members right there actually taking out three members of INK, Time Exception, and Dr. Pepe falling at a very crucial time where they shouldn't actually be dying because they will need all their members to defend this base too.
Red team hero has been slain.
Yeah, it looks like they have had their multiple members falling, and Mr. Chef will fall as well. It's a wipeout, and that will be game one going to the side of Shinigami.
Victory!
Eh, eh, that was that was definitely ill timed by INK right there, choosing to come out of their base to I don't even know if they were trying to defend because it didn't look like they were defending. It seems like they were just trying to pick fights. And one thing that differentiates a winner from a loser is knowing the fights to pick and knowing when you are outclassed. INK still thought that they had the gold, they still thought that they had the resources to compete with Shinigami, but they definitely were not paying attention to the goal difference right there, and they got absolutely decimated. But even with that, you can see that definitely Amelia didn't enjoy this game at all. Currently with the lowest gold and possibly the lowest participation. Yeah, if I'm correct. Yes. Okay. Well, shared with UG, but that was definitely a one hell of a game for her to him, her, I don't know, to be in and the amount of focus. So every mate player gets to face this, and I know that definitely didn't feel too good. But hey, a win is a win, and they'll be going on to the next game right now. That's game two, and let's see how it goes. Possibly they will have a better game altogether, still.
Yeah, right now, Amelia coming in with that though, he just does not fare well versus heroes that can dive the backline like Lapu Lapu as well as and Alice, and a hero like Lunox, like the side of Izanami no Kami picked, would fare decently better because of that light ult that grants immunity, and even the dark ult that can be used as a dash away from the dives. So yeah, any lawyer would actually struggle in a matchup like this, and I don't really blame the player in this case. It's more of a
Yeah,
hero problem. But yeah, right now the side of Shinigami was just like, well, watch me cook. I don't really need my mage right now. I finna win without that, and that's what they did. They actually did manage to take that victory home. Versus the chef, they were the ones cooking. But right now we're going into this game too. I wonder what we're going to see in terms of adaptation to the lineup of Shinigami here. I'm guessing that we might be seeing a joy ban because that joy was just giving a lot of should I say no joy to the side
it
of
was taking
Izanami
away
no
their
Kami,
joy.
taking away their joy, like dancing in the back line, and just bodies dropping left and right. sometimes if you don't have an answer for that and you can see Shinigami just going directly banning out, maybe the direct counters to that joy, because a Badan can also lock down that joy, as
Yeah.
well as a Vexana can also terrify that joy in the middle of a fight and just stop the dive altogether. So yeah, right now you might just want to ban it out. Yeah, like as usual, when you have known knowns, you eradicate those known problems and adjust on the fly when you encounter the unknown. But yeah, I think we might be seeing a joy ban going into this next game, or maybe they don't they're like they don't want to ban joy, and they might try their luck with a different kind of counter strategy. But what are you thinking that we're going to see going into this next game, Davis?
So I actually want to see. I mean, first match was a bit competitive, but I actually want to see a much more competitive match. INK actually from the early game they played quite well, but from the mid to the late game seems like they completely lost sight of their objectives and they just let Shinigami take absolute control of the map and play the game according to their own tempo, and that ended up being their downfall. So it's something that they definitely need to keep an eye out for as this game starts. But it seems like Shinigami are having some roster issues right now. They're trying to make some changes, or could it be some network issues? Because Boye, okay, speak of the devil, he just entered the lobby now. So I think we should be ready to get on with the bans for this first phase of the lobby bans. Oh, never mind. We just stepped out of the lobby again. So maybe they I think this man is just playing with us too.
I think Boye might just be possessed. I'm sorry, I can't come up with any excuses again. But
Yeah.
yeah, right now it looks like they are complete. He probably ran into some network issues and had to reset, as we do here in Nigeria. But looks like we will be getting into the lobby bans, and the first one has been asked of Shinigami, and we will be waiting for a response here. Or is Levi not active? Okay, yeah, it looks like that
Okay.
would be a Lunox ban. So we might be seeing something of like Fredrin Jungle maybe, if he is in ban. If he's in
Yeah,
ban,
yeah.
that because Lunox is that direct answer to the tanky comps, and if you're eradicating that early, maybe they're going for a Fredrin, maybe they're going for an Alice themselves. Depends, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do play in this game two. And that's going to be a Clint ban as well.
Hmm,
Seems that the Clint actually really pose a lot of problems for them.
hmm.
Apex on our Clint. So yeah, it looks. Let's see. What do you think the next bans are going to be, Davis?
I don't know if I would call the clean from the last match that much of a threat because I didn't quite see it. It looked like Yuji was actually handling him quite well in the lane. It was still they let the initiative get away from them and Shinigami began oppressing them that the Clint actually began to shine. So I don't exactly think that is a good ban from INK, but hey, it could be more attuned to their drafts instead of the performance from the last game. So you never know. But the next ban from Shinigami is actually the Alice, which is actually a very valid ban. I wonder why they let it through in the first place because that lady is something else. And the final ban from INK is actually the Padang. Second time they are banning this Padang, and I really don't know what they see in this Padang of a hero that they think he is worthy of a ban slot, given exactly how, given especially how limited the ban slots are. So I don't know. Maybe once again, there's something that they know that we don't know. But hey, we are getting into the game, so let's see how it goes for both teams. And like you said, indeed, it's looking like Shinigami may actually go for a tank jungler this time. I was actually even expecting INK to go for that joy ban in the lobby over the Padang. I think that's a much more reasonable ban against a team like Shinigami. So I don't know. Still, what do you think?
Let them play the
Am
hero.
I
Your
just
team is
I will be
spitting?
winning.
the truth this
Am I
world
just throwing
desperately
spitballs here?
needs.
Yeah, we're coming into this scene that you Zhongban being hit.
Your
Also
team
has
is
an
winning.
Xbox banner. These are people that I would say can contend with a tank jungler because they can out sustain and out damage them at the same time. And yeah, I
Only
would like
love
to
at
see a
night
Your
joy
team
ban
is
everlasting.
coming
banning.
in from the side of Izanami Nakami because they have 4 bans before the
Yeah.
joy pops up. But
Your
no,
team
actually they're
is
going to be
picking.
Well,
taking out the
you see.
Hayabusa and the Xbox, but we might not be seeing that joy being picked up by Levi here because yeah, it looks like they might be going for entirely different routes and strategy
Hmm,
with this draft. Or maybe they would be the ones to pick up the Fredrin and cancel out that joy being performance here. Um,
I shall
but
forge
yeah,
my
it looks
own
like they're going
justice.
for a Farsa first pick, trying to
hmm,
give Amelia a kind of easier time because
hmm,
the wings by wings allowing for a kind of versatile escape. Yeah, but other than that, I really can't tell where this draft is going. It's
hmm,
gonna be up to Izanami Nakami to
Crowned
see
by
how they
heaven's
actually
mandate,
respond to this.
my
It looks
legacy
like we're
shall
seeing this
endure.
very often. It is a Zaytan versus a Fasa matchup
Strap in.
where
I'm here to
Your
rock
team
your
Zaytan
is
can
world.
picking.
cancel out those those feathered airstrikes coming in.
yeah.
With the is it the
The
Fall of the
Fury of the
Phoenix
Phoenix.
or
The
the
Fury of the Phoenix.
okay, with the Fury of the Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually seeing that Melissa pick from Yuji, that's a pick that we do not see so often. So yeah, this is gonna be a game that will be delightful,
Pain
not
is the
just because
proof
of
that I'm
heroes, but
still alive.
rises when I give the
yeah, we're
Your
word.
seeing
team is
Cassie on
picking.
that Khalid. Is this his first appearance? Okay, I'm not sure if it's his first appearance. In this tournament, but yeah, he's not seen very often. Seeing Cassie on that Khalid, as well as Apex on that Brody. So we're gonna be seeing some debut picks, and yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be in for an interesting game here.
I,
Definitely.
Minotaur,
Your
will
team
I'm
is
finish off
actually a
what
bit
advancing.
was left
surprised by this
undone.
Khalid pick. Uh, I don't know if well, I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to rain on anyone's parade right here. Don't know what
Time to drop
Shinigami
the
have
beat of
planned.
the
Your
flash.
team is
But
banning.
I don't exactly think that is the best option for a roam pick as it stands when you have the likes of Grok and Minotaur open. But hey, INK will take that free Minotaur pick right there and finally getting out that joy banned as their last ban. Uh, I don't know why they waited this long to be honest, but hey,
So, who's
they
next?
Your team is
maybe they
picking.
just have something up their sleeves that we don't know about. But once again, uh, Shinigami, for me, I think they are being a bit too uh ballsy right here. I don't know why they are choosing to ban Son of all heroes. I don't, I don't know what's just going on today, man. But this Fasa first pick is actually also something that what is
Your
going
team
on
is
today?
picking.
3,000
What
worlds,
is going on today?
and not a single worthy
What
foe.
is going on today,
This
man?
is gonna be interesting. That's all we can say. This is gonna be a whole new flavor of games that we were not seeing previously in the other matches because we're just having unusual drafts and unusual strategies. So like looks like it's actually gonna be a Gushan jungle.
Man,
Wow.
All
Okay.
blue.
Yeah.
Your
Well.
team is picking.
No. Color me surprised. I don't know. I don't know what else to say right now. You're having a Khalid, a Glue, a Gushan, a Farser, and a Brody. And on the other side you have a Melissa and a Matis and a Zaytan and a Minotaur. And the jungle,
I will
yeah, the
choose
jungle
my
is
own
the Matis,
path.
but right now we're seeing an Alot XP which we might just end up being a damage out of the XP. So like if it's damage let everyone just lose their heads. Let's play whatever we feel like right now, and enjoy the game.
yeah, I can see someone in the chat saying that they've turned this to a ranked game, but I can't even remember the last time I saw a Mattis pick in a ranked game, bro. This is in 2021. This guy is taking a trip down memory lane or something just to feel some nostalgia. Who knows? I don't know. I can't remember them being so good on this Mattis that they have to pick it right here just to get a feel of the times past. But I really, really want to see how both teams will plan to execute this draft. The Gushon pick is especially surprising, but I don't think it is such a quote and unquote bad pick. Um, but he definitely will need to be careful in his engages because that go away from UG would be something that would definitely disrupt his flow because and you know that he needs his flow for those combos to actually deal the maximum damage. But game two is on and we see everyone going to their lanes and going to their spots. I would actually want to see the jungling speed of Mattis as it stands compared to that of Gushon to see if he's still, though not the best, if he's still usable still.
Um, I would say that I don't feel like, contrary to what you believe, I don't actually feel that the Mats is a bad pick. I believe
Okay.
he is situational. He's not the most performance, but like he, I don't think he would lag behind, in
Yeah.
terms of jungle clear and just general usability in the jungle, like and rotations and even fights. He's just not the best options. There's far more mobile heroes. There are far more heroes with more sustain. There are far tankier heroes. There are far if it's CC immunity, you have someone like a Joy.
Yeah.
That is better than that, or even a Lucas. You can even go for a Lucas. So like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not the best. But it
Yeah.
looks like there will be an engage onto Mr. Chef here, and he might be falling, but he does manage to escape with a saver of HP. Amelia not letting him go, diving into the tower himself and
To
burning his
what
flicker.
end?
But Timekeeper
To
also
what
burning that
end?
flicker. I don't know why he committed for that kill. Diving, flying into the tower. Oh, but look at that engage from their Levi. But he does actually disengage, and this is what I'm talking about. Like the okay, comparing this to a Gushan pick, it's probably not the best, but like the Mantis, just would have his way of surviving. In these fights. Um, but yeah, we have the first total, and before the fight commences, let's get on with the casters first. Who do you think will be getting this first total, Davis?
To be honest, I think Levi on that fusion has a preferable possibility for this total, but we actually see um bro, what just happened? Everybody is just falling right there. Well, we see that feathered airstrike from Amelia, and the exception actually committed that final slash beautifully, and they actually got some kills right there. Amelia caught in no man's land, but she has the help of Boye, but Boye is quickly running out of mana right there. The exception doing his best to bring something back in for INK, but it's just not enough. This Dr. Pepper on this Mattis is still raising an eyebrow for me still because I know you said that he may be able to escape, but once he commits that mortal coil and he has no other immune, a CC immune skills, he will definitely just be a dog walking with his tail raised. So I really, really don't think he's that much of a good pick as it stands to.
But right now you can see Dr. Pepper deciding to take it upon himself to prove me
You see?
wrong,
You
as he
see?
uses his mortal coil for no apparent reason, wastes it on air, and commits it onto Levi on both phases. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that would be a kill onto UG on the top lane. And yeah, you see Dr. Pepper on a 2-1-1, coming in at 2-0-1, deciding to invade for no reason, decided to commit all his skills for no reason, and it's just like, do you really want to blame the hero in this case? But looks like that is the minimum wage going on to the under the tower. Kessie will be taking those tower shots, and
Oh,
that's Fury of the Phoenix securing that kill, while Timekeeper does escape his life.
yeah, that was a very well timed Minoan theory under the tower right there. They probably didn't plan out can't engage properly. They probably forgot that he still has that immune CC with that Minoan Fury. But the second turtle is up right now, and Enk actually have the preferential positioning to take this turtle. But with the presence of Levi and Kessie prowling about the area, I don't think they are confident enough to commit fully to that. And Boy is actually fully rotated as well to provide some backup for Shinigami. And we see Chef actually going in, but time actually oversteps just a bit more and gets sat on by that grab. But we see the needles from UG actually, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Exception doing his best once again to try to get something back for INK, but they are grossly outmatched as it stands. And the Minoan Fury by time who comes back in just to try to to reel the game back in. But I don't know, man. Mr. Chef really overstepping a bit and underestimating the damage coming out from this Shinigami's team. We said he was cooking, but I don't think he's cooking anything, bro. He's probably burning the kitchen down still.
But looks like the exception will miss that final slash onto Kessie here, as he will be using the ultimate to escape. And Yuji falling again, currently on a 0-3-1. He is not having the best of games. He is not able to, throw those needles around. But that would be the feathered airstrike committed onto the exception. Ooh, but he does
Bro,
get that final slash just to fall. Right now, Izanami no Kami should not be taking these fights, especially after losing several. It's like, what's going on? Like, why are they fighting right now? Oh. But looks like that will be the split. The grab committed onto Mr. Chef here in the background. Kessie diving in with that raging sandstorm. But the exception going in, he uses the final slash, but he will not be able to secure this kill as he does not have enough damage. Right now, the mid lane tower has fallen, as well as the top tower, and Shinigami is sitting comfortably at a 5k gold lead. That would actually be another kill onto UG.
bro.
Apex does flicker out. The Petrify coming in from the exception, but he will not be able to follow that up. And yeah, right now you see it's just I see, I attack, I go in, and that's what we're seeing from the members of Izanami no Kami right now. I think they're gonna have to try and play this a bit more disciplined and coordinated, because right, it's not working right now. They had a good start to the game, and
Yeah.
yeah, they've sort of lost the plot.
Yeah, definitely. They seem lost right now in the source of the Shinigami. But Apex, once again, this theme, this recurring theme of overextension now seeping into the lineup of Shinigami. But we see Boy actually try to go in, never getting a mega kill right there on UG under the turret. Um, Dr. Pepe did his best with the motor coil to engage, but he didn't quite get out alive. But we see that Minoan Fury committed to Boye, and he actually uses the grab under the turret on Mr. Chef, but Levi ends up getting the kill. He actually falls, but the feathered airstrike committed to time under the turret right there. He uses that Fury hammer, but it's just not enough to make him live to see another minute. Dr. Pepe coming in hot on that cloud, but he gets met with the corrosion strike by Apex, and he has no choice but to go back to the fountain once again. The exception caught in no man's land, and that is the monster kill for Levi. They are basically styling on them right now, bro. IK, they have no situational awareness, they have no self-awareness. They can't see that they need to be a bit more careful with their engages. They are just going in and hoping that they can get something out of their fights. They are not planning, they are not being strategic, they are not putting any thought to their moves right now. So I really don't know why they are choosing to be so scrappy still.
Right now, we just saw like exactly what I said previously play out in real time. The exception going in with absolutely zero plan, but ooh, looks like that would be the fury of the Felix being committed here. Timekeeper not being able to save Yuji as the grab will go on. Defended extra committed together with a flicker. Boye just being a turn in the side, just constantly getting those grab onto the back line of Izanami no Kami. And yeah, like the exception just, went in on that Khalid, committed the petrify, committed the final slash, burnt
Yeah.
all his skills, not having enough damage to take anyone down, just losing his life itself. And it's like, yeah, there's zero. But that damage from Apex, one skill, one attack, one ultimate, and Yuji is sent back to the fountain right after respawning. It's like, this is not fair. This is not going well for Yuji. He's on a 072. He is suffering a hell amount of damage from that Brody. And
Yeah.
ooh, but that is the Reggie Sandstorm plus the flicker committed, and that is the final slash to catch on to three, but that will not bring them out of the wall, and it will be Cassie to fall here, as well as the exception, the mortal coil committed here in the backline, but ooh, he will get that decimation in to secure that kill onto Apex. Levi would not be able to follow up, and that will be actually a fight going in favor on the side of Izanami Nokami.
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. But Yuji, like you said, isn't having a good game, but I guess Shinigami are giving INK a taste of their medicine right now. It as payback for what they did to Amelia in the first game, and they are pouring all that frustration and all that anger on Yuji. But we see the exception actually trying to make some plays here and there. At some point, he's actually connected the previous fight, but he needs to know now that he needs to be a bit more careful because that doesn't always happen. That was just time and chance being in favor of him at that point. So he definitely needs to know when to back off and when to go in against you.
I would say that if any plays land from the exception right now, that play would be the exception, but that is the minimum range together with the get away from me being committed, and Levi will fall for trying to engage right before the Lord. And this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to be diving an inhibitor tower right before the Lord spawns, because now
Yeah.
Izanami Okami does have a chance to contest this, or rather try and push their number advantage as well as try and gunning for this Lord. Um, Yuji is not having the best of games, but if he
But
do
look at
take his
Apex.
items,
Apex.
oh, Apex getting that kill onto Mr. Chef, and any hope that I spoke of has now begun. The feather death strike being committed here. The Reggie
Oh,
Sandstorm and Dr. Pepper will fall, followed by Timekeeper. Yuji trying his
bro.
best to escape, but he would not be able to. No, actually, he does escape, but that tower does fall. Boye committing the
He doesn't
sprint to
escape,
try and
bro.
get that kill onto Yuji. He does
He
get that
jinxed
kill
it.
onto Yuji. That is a killing spree, and Apex will be targeting that base. The Fury of the Phoenix lands, but that will not be enough. That was another
Ay,
kill
ay,
onto
ay.
Mr. Chef, and that is a wipeout. Right now, Shinigami have taken the game as well as the series, and they would even simplify their enemies by taking down the base. Ooh, would they actually be able to defend this? No, they
Nah,
wouldn't.
bro. Dr. Pepe has given
Now
up.
they're actually gonna take down the crystal. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That is
they'll
that is a good game. That is a good game.
they'll
Sorry,
they'll
I don't
they'll
know. I
give
don't
up.
know.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they all give up.
if if we were in their shoes, I think we would do the very same thing as well. They could see that there was no hope anymore with the five members of Shinigami being right up on their base right there. So Dr. Pepe just gave up after Levi kept on sourcing on them, just styling on them. They were the ones that were supposed to be cooking, but they got cooked as it seems. And of course, we have an honorary chocolate bar as well to go down with their diet, and that's coming from Yuji right there. So Shinigami continuing their win streak in the upper bracket. while INK gets sent to the bracket of Doom in the lower brackets, where they are mostly going to have a best of one chance to keep their tournament hopes alive. So I guess that was a quick one, though we were late, but hey, Shinigami made quick work of them still. So your final words before we call it a day.
As usual, thank you for watching. We do appreciate you guys coming in here, and watching this tournament. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Because if you have not, I am watching you from your bedroom window. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, and the day after that, because we would be back with another Nostalgia 5 matchup.
Indeed, indeed. Well, that's both of us signing out. Take care of yourselves, guys, and good night.